Hi folks, we have a new game, but before we get to the new game, oh, you got Ollie's butt in the picture. We have Snick at Night Jr. Say hi to Jasper, folks. Jasper. Oh, isn't he a beautiful boy? Now, on to Miss Katie, the beautiful and lovely Miss Katie. What do we have today, Miss Katie?
We have Operation Battleaxe.
From?
Our city game.
And we are thanking George Dew, right?
Yes.
Now, how did you feel about your mother-in-law?
I loved my mother-in-law.
She was not a battle axe, was she?
She was a sweet girl.
So why are mother-in-laws called battle axes?
I never figured that one out.
Neither have I.
No.
But what we know is this is a game on North Africa. 1940, August 1941, where the British had, in typical British armor fashion, had their butts handed to them. By, and who would be the German commander in North Africa? Who do I like as a little boy?
Oh, shoot. I'm not remembering.
The Desert Fox.
Oh, that's right.
The Rommel.
Rommel. That's
Yeah.
right. Sorry.
We will forgive you later, maybe. But, so, new game, and we'll get to that one, won't we? Mm-hmm. And what do we always say to our folks out there?
Okay.
And thank you, George. Hi, folks. It's been a while since we've been doing videos. The death of Sheridan and the arrival of Jasper sort of set things back a little bit. And I suspect we're going to have Petunia show up here in a moment. Let's see. Well, there she is. Petunia did show up. So it set us back a little bit, and we're playing catch-up at the moment. New game from George Dew of Dark City Games. It is Operation Battleaxe, which was, well, to be charitable, a snafu of an operation, or as James Holland likes to say in his The Allies Strike Back, 1941-1943, it badly stalled, which means, again, well, they didn't do very well, and we see mittens in the background. So let's take a look at what we get with the game here. Well, that's the front. Let's look at the back. He almost reminds you of a Panzer Digest, doesn't it? Nice cover and lots of dead tanks. Never a good thing in my book, unless, of course, they're enemy tanks, then it's a good thing. So let's take a look at what comes with the game here. Alrighty, here we see the entire map, because this is part of his combat boots system, a small tactical system, and you can see that, well, kind of a DTP sort of game, sort of a desktop publishing in a sense, isn't it? But, you know, not bad. Better than some, not worse than any others. So, map will do best under some sort of plexiglass to save it, because it is, you can hear it. It's sort of a, well, it's not really cardstock. Now let's take a look at the counters. The counters, here are the counters, front and back. So only one-sided. Now let's look close at them here, folks, as I rotate things. Again, it is a more of your desktop publishing sort of variety, which of course allows George to keep his costs down, and which means then of course he passes type of savings along to you. So you see that here we've got infantry, PK1s, which, well, they suck. PK2, which I think could be unfairly, well, you know, here's machine gun, here armor, so maybe it's not unfair, but, and PK3s, which of course get better, and the PK4, with its more powerful gun, And the British, of course, the Matilda, which is really the queen of the battlefield, in a sense, in North Africa still at this point, and Commonwealth infantry. So things are fairly even when you look at values here. So we'll see how that goes. And of course, let's give you a sample of what the rule book looks like here. The rule book, and let me turn things around. It's a nice font. It's nicely laid out. So let me turn it around here for you folks. And there's the big picture, and now let's go into the close picture. Nicely set up, except if if I would move my hand off. And what I like too is when we change types of area, we go from purple to red, back to purple. And of course, then we have a little bit of history, and we have how he breaks scenarios down here. The order of battle for him, the map, setup. So, we'll see how this goes. Nice little tactical game. We'll see how things go with this. And again, we thank George for being so kind to send this to us. He asked me if I would like to review a new game, and of course Smitty is always going to say, well, of course. And of course you don't have Miss Katie pointing the camera at me today, because Miss Katie is on the way back from Michigan, where she was visiting my in-laws, my lovely sister-in-law and her very, very nice brother. Ken is just a great guy, married very well. Then they're like us. They're crazy pet owners too, except they focus on multiple dogs, and we only have 2 dogs. And of course, this is the house of cats. So, I mentioned Holland's book, The Allies Strike Back. Very good read. He keeps asking me to review his books so far, and I'm thrilled to read them. Good reads, and of course, there's always the very caustic John Ellis in Brute Force, who at this period of war truly spanks the British Army for their inability to do things very well in North Africa. That they tend to still think in cavalry terms and have not really thought in combined arms yet. So, as always, folks, we thank you, and we'll be getting this one up shortly today, and it is, what is it? 24 October. Thanks, folks. Bye.